my name is Matt King, and I'm a junior here at the University of Kentucky studying mechanical engineering, and here with my partner Carson Craig, who's also studying the same thing. We want to introduce something called Interchange, the product that will allow you to state your case. So one way that we usually state our case in the United States is by donating to causes and charities that we really care about. And in the United States, I'm glad to say that almost 89% of households will donate some sort of money or property to charities throughout the year, which means that almost $300 billion each year, and that it keeps increasing, is being donated to causes and charities across the country, which is great. It means they're being able to go out and change people's lives all the time. However, there's some problems I've noticed that sometimes charities don't have the best visibility. For instance, I went to a Passion Conference last month, and their big theme was going against human trafficking. I had no idea that it was such a big issue, and there was all these great organizations, like 10 or 12 organizations working to fight it, yet I had no idea. They had all resources to go and radically change people's lives, but they didn't have the money to do it. And it's just like, wow, really? You got all this money, but you just didn't hear about it. And another thing I notice about charities is usually you go, you feel good about it, and you're like, oh, I'll give some money. But the most you get in return for it is like a tax receipt or something like that. You sometimes don't have much to show for it other than like you feel good, maybe tell somebody about it afterwards. So it's kind of a lack of experience going alongside with it. And it sometimes can make it harder to be involved in part of that greater story, which is so important to the charity itself. So what we'd like to do is create a product that kind of goes alongside of that. So what we're thinking right now is an iPhone case that is customizable and interchangeable. And one thing I've noticed about iPhone cases is there's a lot of them out there. There's a bunch of different colors, shapes, sizes, and all that. But there's not too many of them that are customizable, and there's not too many of them that allow you to state your case. So here's a little bit about what Interchange looks like. It's got 3 pieces to it. It's got a top and a bottom. And the inside part is what we'll focus on mainly. All of them are customizable in colors and all that right now. But the inside part we'll focus on. And for, yeah, let's take that over there. Just be careful with it. It's our first rev of the prototype, so it doesn't fit too well. But in general, this is about a $30 or $40 item that's kind of be fairly competitive in the market. And we can use plastic injection molding to make that, which in high production volumes is very cheap to make. So you may be talking like $5 to make this thing, which will give us a lot of profit, which is a good thing. And here's where we want to try to improve on that experience with charities and such. We want to create like a background website that goes along with it, where you'll be able to choose from causes and that really matter, for instance, water, environment, health, and things like that. So for instance, say you really care about the environment, you could go on here and be able to customize your case to what you like. And then say you have a really feel for people in the rainforest or in conservation of that. So you'd be able to go and click on the rainforest. And then after that, it's going to bring up a list of charities that we are partnered with. And then you'd be able to select and see their story, which one they like, and be able to select based on which one you like. And then your iPhone case will actually be customized to that. For instance, rainforest, you'd most likely have a green case. And then if you click on that charity, you can also get the options of putting that decal on there or something. So now your case has become more than just a case. It actually has a story behind it, and you're bringing awareness to some sort of story, and it's customizable, something that really tells a lot about yourself. And here's another feature we kind of think about in the future, just a profile. It's not something we're really focused on right now, but just a way to track and build trust, like showing how much money that we've actually donated from those profits to these charities. I think that's a really important factor, is actually showing that your money's going there. And also being able to track like social influence, if you're making people more aware, based on social media and things like that. There's a lot of avenues we can see if you're increasing awareness. So where do we see we going right now? Right now we got our first rev of the prototype. We'd like to, hopefully this weekend at InkU, be able to go get some market research, see if people actually like it, and be able to improve on it, try to actually get it fit for one thing. And then we'll try to get another prototype and just kind of keep repeating that until we see that it works. And then we try to go on something like Kickstarter, maybe get a little bit of funding there and try to get manufacturing prep. And then once we get there with a good product that's well designed, we can start looking into starting to develop the website, which is really important to the user experience. And then after that, we'll start working with trying to get charity partnerships and things like that. And then after that, we can see the widest cases. And we could also branch into a lot of different case markets like MacBooks, iPods, all that, all being able to state your case. So, all right, thank you. Really appreciate your time.